Hi everyone. Today we are going to talk about 12.2 mean, median, mode by calculator. So in your junior high school or in Algebra 1, you learned how to find the mean, median, and mode without using the calculator, right? Even though you use the calculator, just simple calculator. But now, so you are going to learn how to get them by using a TI-84. Very simple. Before we start, what is central tendency? So measures of central tendency are sometimes called measures of central location. So what is in the center in your data? So for example, so the mean, usually called the average, is most likely the measure of the central tendency. The mean is used for central tendency. But there are other sources such as the median or the mode, right? So what is the mean? You add all the numbers and then divide by the number of how many, right? So here you are going to add all these numbers and the 20 numbers, and you are going to divide by 20 after adding. That's the mean, right? Which we call average. How about the median? So when you do the central tendency, the mean, median, mode, right? You are going to use these three things. The median is the middle value in the list of the numbers. What is exactly in the middle? You learned this way. You reorganize these numbers in the order from smallest to the greatest, right? And then how did you calculate? How did you find the median? You cross out one by one. The lowest, greatest. Next cross out, next cross out, next, like this until you have only one in the middle. But this one you have 20 numbers. So in the last, you have two numbers, 8 and 9, because it's even numbers you have. Then what happened? How do you get it? If you have odd numbers, just use exact one number. That is the median. But this case, you have 8 and 9 in the middle. Then what do? You get the average of these two numbers. So you add 8 and 9 and divide by 2, which is 8.5, right? That's the median. You learned this way. What is the mode? Mode is the most frequently occurring number. So in this case, 7 3 times, 9 3 times. So mode are 7 and 9. In this case, you have a two mode, right? So this way we learn how to find the mean, median, mode. But today, you are going to learn how to get these things much easier way. So you put it into the calculator, okay? You put it into the what? Calculator. So we are using the stat button, statistics, all right? Stat button. And when you click this stat, you are going to click edit. And then in the list one, you put all these numbers. So let's try with the actual calculator. Look at this one. You have a calculator. You put the stat here. The button here, stat. If you click it, your screen will be like this. Here, you click the edit. First one and enter. And I already put all the 20 numbers here from 13, 3, 10. You keep going down. You enter all 20 numbers one by one. All right. You will see how many numbers. You have 20 numbers up here, right? 21 is empty. So last number is 11. So be careful when you enter. So that you don't make, entered any wrong numbers. So if you are done, what do? Next one is, so you entered all these numbers, 20 numbers, and you should just remember this one. Look, hold on, Umut, I will show you. Edit in the L1, we entered all these numbers, right? We have L1, L2, L3. In the L1 column, we entered all these numbers. And then we go to the calculation and then look at the result. That's it. So you know how to enter these numbers. Now what we should do is go to the stat again. Stat button, and then one variable stat, calculate. Then you will get all these things. So let's do it together. So I'm going to press stat and calculations here. So I'm going to the next to the right. And the first one is a one variable stat. One variable, you have only one variable numbers, not two variables, X and Y. Only you have one variable. So this one, you click enter, and then list which L1, L2, L3 things are there. Which one did you use? You used L1, right? So you make sure this is L1 and ignore these things. It's okay. You can ignore it. And then enter, enter, calculate, enter. Now, what did you get? You got these things. If you keep going down, you will see more. Q1, and then median, third quartile, Q3, and maximum like this, right? So all these things, now you should know what it means. So you should understand what it means. X bar, what does it mean this? You just, everything you get it. Now let's think about what it means, okay? What they mean. All right, I'll leave it here. This one, and then let's go over there. So you got this one, right? By doing this again, after in the edit, you enter all these numbers, and then second part, you go to the stat again, stat button. You put the stat button and the one variable stat and calculate. You get all these results. What it means? X bar. What is this? X bar is mean, what we call average. What is this? It's mean. This sigma, we call this symbol sigma x. Sigma x means sum of all the values. What is it? Sum or total of. So you add all these numbers, what do you get? 167. So you don't need to, add in the calculator one by one, right? So you get 167 when you add them all. What is this? X squared. So you square each numbers. You don't need to know now, but when you go to the pre-calculus, I think you need to know. Or statistics, AP statistics. So you make a square of each numbers and add them all. You get the 1,557. And SX, and this is sigma X. This we call sample standard deviation. Sample standard deviation is 2.924. So you don't need to worry about now. Later, we will have another lesson to talk about this. And this is a population standard deviation, sigma X, sigma X. This is also sigma, this is also sigma, but this is the sum. But this is population standard deviation, which is 2.85. N means N equal 20. N means how many numbers are here? How many? So you have how many? Oh, so you have 20 numbers. Mean means the minimum, the lowest value. So if you know just how to read it, everything becomes simple. And that's it. You don't need to calculate anything. Minimum here 3, right? Lowest number is 3. Now, Q1, mean, Q1, medium, Q3, maximum. That you learned the box and whisker plot, right? Box and whisker plot give you the minimum, maximum. In the middle, you have a median. Mean, and in the middle between mean and median is the first quartile. Also, middle between median and maximum is third quartile. Is it familiar with? Are you familiar with this? In the box whisker plot. So minimum is 3, first quartile is 6.5, median is 8.5. Do you remember? We got this 8.5, right? When you do it manually, 8.5, same, right? And third quartile 10.5, maximum is 13. So when you draw the box and whisker plot, you can use this one. Mean, Q1, median, Q3, maximum. These, all the results are, you can get all these things in by one click. And that's it. And you use this. Simple, right? That's all we are going to do today. That's it. All right. So you understand? I listed everything here. What does it mean again? Mean, sum, the sum of the squares, the sample standard deviation, population standard deviation, the sample size, how many are there? So minimum, first quartile, median, third quartile, maximum. And you don't need to worry about this SSX. All right. So I think that's it. So this one, we will stop here.